All right, guys, we are headed to Cozumel right now. We are going to do a dune buggy tour around there. We're headed to the ferry port, catch the boat over there. It's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes on a high-speed ferry. Let's do it.
All right, island hoppers, we're going to check out Cozumel here. This population on the island is about 100,000 people, and they get far more tourists than there are local residents to this island. The main town that we're going to be arriving at is San Miguel of Cozumel, so let's go. I can wait here. They usually have two ferries going, two companies, so the lines aren't usually this long, but you can see because of COVID, they've actually concentrated more people onto one ferry. You know, that's logic. Now the ferry ride on this one here, the WinJet, actually takes 40 to 45 minutes, whereas the Ultramar takes about 20 to 25 minutes. And I found the Ultramar to be faster and more comfortable than this WinJet. They really crammed us in here like sardines on this one. Now we did have a pre-booked tour, so we found our guide here that led us to the Dune Buggy rental place.
All right, guys, we are here. We're getting the dune buggy. We got insurance. We'll see how this thing works out. They do need your ID when you get here. I did have to put a deposit down. It's $150, sometimes up to $500. So far it seems a little bit interesting coming out to Cozumel from Playa Del Carmen. This wasn't what you saw in the pictures, but it works, I suppose. So when you pick up your Mexican Ferrari, as you can see, if you take a step back, you can see this beautiful Ferrari that I'm cruising. It doesn't come with any gasolina, so you have to come to the gas station and wait for 20 minutes and get your gasolina for 250 pesos so you can go around the island. Simón.
So I was definitely unimpressed with what we got here, but I was grateful to be on Cozumel nonetheless and to have a vehicle, although I felt we paid a little bit too much for this, but hey, you can't win them all. But we made the best of it, and now we're going to cruise around the island in this slow old dune buggy. So it is an 11-mile stretch here. It's 11 miles wide. It took us a little bit longer because this buggy could only go about 40 miles an hour tops, it seemed like.
So I got some tacos here. We're at a beautiful beach. We just crossed Cozumel in the dune buggy. What a ride. Only took about 25 minutes, but it felt longer than that because we were in the dune buggy. You feel every nook and cranny on the road. But anyway, I'm gonna tear up these carne asada tacos and we're gonna keep cruising down. I heard there's 4 different stops along the way, so stay tuned for those. Yeah, so I'm gonna be buying this necklace here off this guy for 200 pesos. He's got to de-rust it. There's a little bit of calcium buildup on the metal.
I make it, man. It's no,
Yeah.
nobody.
Oh, you make this?
Yes.
No China?
No,
No Chino?
No, this is, I make those too. Look.
¿Cuánto cuestas para this one?
Give me $5 more, amigo.
Oh, I don't think I have that because I only have 200.
It's okay. It's
Okay.
Deal.
Let me see. Is it on right?
Alright.
Hematite.
Himatai, that's the name.
And you made it.
I make my stuff here under Mayan.
Cool.
I speak Mayan language. I am from Chichelita. Ahí está.
Perfect.
You got it.
Thank you, senor. How you
Yes,
say?
my doom.
Oh, very nice. How you say hello in Mayan?
Bash Kawalik.
Oh wow, Bashkawalik.
Bash Kawalik.
Wow.
How are you? How you feel?
It's a greeting. It's like aloha. Bashkawalik.
Bashkawalik Bishabel. It's a horn. This is
Horn.
a horn. The dark one is a horn.
Okay.
The white one is a bone.
Wow. Pretty cool.
Okay, guys, don't forget visit me in the Maya. Up Malumak, Matuscan and Kabak Katkar, Mexico.
Hey, that guy was pretty friendly, and I still have his necklace around my neck, so thank you to him. Hematite necklace, really good quality.
Yeah, we're going up to our next stop right now. Beautiful day out here in Cozumel. So this here is Punta Marina. It's got cabanas, it's tiki huts, quite a few lounge chairs, hammocks, some tequila tasting. That's what you're into. Just a nice little lagoon here.
To be honest with you guys, this was my favorite place on all the island. I would definitely come back here and chill out. As you can see, this is a really good look at the eastern side of the island facing the Caribbean. There's no hotels that you can see for miles. It's just jungle and beaches.
Shall we call him a he or a her, Old Faithful?
So after you leave Punta Marina, you head down the Quintana Roo C1. You're headed south on the Caribbean side of Cozumel. You come to a really cool restaurant called Coconuts just before El Pescador Bar and Grill. And I recommend you guys stop at this Coconuts because it was probably one of my favorite restaurants in all of the Yucatan. So it's called Coconuts. Check this place out.
So here we got some shrimp ceviche. Obviously ceviche is uncooked, but it tastes really good. They just douse it in lime, got some guacamole. Great view right here, pretty good.
So after we leave Coconuts, we start to go down the road, and there's not much to see in between here and Punta Sur. Now, Punta Sur was closed by the time we got there because of all the restrictions that's going on right now. It's operating until a certain time, 5 o'clock. So we did stop at another restaurant here, but this side was facing back towards the Riviera Maya, so facing west. Pretty good restaurant though. This area here is actually Playa San Francisco, also known as Playa Mia Grand Beach Park, which was actually closed, but it's a really mellow place to just come hang out. They do have jet ski rentals and a nice chilled out ocean. I found the side in between Riviera Maya and Cozumel much more calm waters than the Caribbean side of Cozumel. That's where the ocean's really pumping.
Man, what a day. We went all around Cozumel. Pretty cool island. Look, we just passed a Hooters. Got a lot of stuff out here in Cozumel. Kind of interesting. It's a very interesting island. The east and the west are two different feelings. The east side has no city at all, no village, just like little huts here and there. Like maybe 2 or 3 huts, a restaurant on the beach, and that's about it. And then over here you have a big metropolis in San Miguel.
San Miguel is the main port stop where you get off the ferry, and they got the shops here. You can see it's a pretty cool place. It's just not where you really want to be when you're in Cozumel, because you want to get away from the town and more into the relaxing areas of this beautiful island. Alright, now it's time to drop off the old Dune Buggy here. My final review on the Dune Buggy was, I'm glad I made it back around the island. It was Old Faithful, although at times it was not the strongest, most powerful vehicle to go through any sort of sand. It just didn't go through any sand, so I wouldn't call it a Dune Buggy. I'd call it more of a go-kart with a lawnmower engine. I mean, that's just what it was. And take a look at this beautiful sunset here. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please do consider subscribing and watching some of these other videos from around Riviera Maya and across Mexico. We'll see you on the next one.